Comixwatch. Comixwatch. Comixwatch.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Comixwatch, the one podcast on YouTube where Wonder Bat is questionably canon, and Jared is always ticked off because of it. I'm Nick, and joining me, as always, is Super Wonder Shill Jared. How you doing, buddy?
See, on this show, the way it works on our YouTube verse is that Wonder Bat is goes in and out of canon about as many times as DC reboots.
That's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot, yeah. Although on my show, it's never canon.
Yeah. See, Jared had to cross, like, when we do these shows, Jared has to hop into a wormhole and come to my universe, and I do the same when I do history.
Well, you see, I have a cosmic treadmill in the other room, so I just hop in there and use my Speed Force powers to cross over.
No wonder you're so skinny, brother.
Thank you. I'm bulking up, so there you go.
So yeah, as you see, I am wearing my merch.
I will soon have mine.
Yes.
I got the notebook and the mouse pad in the mail today.
Ooh. So you can always, like, have your hand on Turn Samurai.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you want one of those, it's available on my Redbubble store in the comments below. But we're not talking about sponsors just yet. So Jared, let me just kind of start this off. But what you been reading, watching, or playing, Leia?
In terms of what I've been playing, I played some Halo. Yesterday I had a buddy of mine came over. We played some co-op. Great time. Been playing Suicide Squad, obviously. And in terms of what I've been watching, I'm thinking about continuing my Young Justice rewatch that I do every so often because I love that show. In terms of what I've been
are you hoping to be finally whelmed?
Yeah, I know. A lot. I'm hoping to finally be whelmed. That is correct. And in terms of what I've been reading, I've actually been reading a pretty good series, and it's one of the only good DC Rebirth series.
Oh, really?
Green Lanterns. This is not the Hal Jordan book. So the way this worked is that, you know how, like, Batman has, like, Batman and Detective Comics? So they did a similar concept in Rebirth for Green Lantern, where Hal Jordan and the Green Lanterns, that was those story about Hal Jordan and the overall Green Lanterns. Green Lanterns, just Green Lanterns, was about Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz being partners and protecting Earth. In fact, what's kind of cool, when Hal made them partners, he essentially combined their batteries into one, so they have to be near each other in order to charge their rings.
So I guess it's safe to say you're on cruise control when reading the book.
Oh yeah, and it's really cool because it really deals with, like, Jessica Cruz again being a Green Lantern where you're supposed to overcome fear, but she's a recovering agoraphobic that has an anxiety disorder, so she's constantly dealing with fear.
I like it. I really do like it.
How about you, besides old ancient texts?
So I have been reading Neuromancer by William Gibson, a book released in the early 80s.
That bad?
So when you said ancient text, I was like, oh, I just realized what I was about to say for reading. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you're not helping your case, brother.
As far as watching, I watched the Fallout series, and I gotta say, I liked it. I honestly did. I get some of the controversy regarding the New Vegas canosity. I say I kind of have a wait and see approach, really, because spoiler alert, we're going to New Vegas for season 2, so I think we'll really find out what really happened then. They could totally destroy it, but I think the season was really good. I think that, like, Jonathan Nolan's clearly a fan of the games, and as far as been playing, so since I watched Fallout and I got Fallout on the brain, I got Fallout 3 and I've been playing on my Steam Deck. It's been pretty good revisiting that, and I got New Vegas working on my computer, and we're gonna do that for my Let's Play.
Oh boy! So, you know, Nick, what happens in New Vegas stays in New Vegas. That has to be a title of a stream at one point.
Probably once we actually get to the strip. And I don't think you'll be on it this week, but next week you'll be on it. I can't wait for you to be like, it's so old.
And I could be like Nick.
All right. So before we get into the main topic, let's get into this this video sponsor, me. So Turd Samurai is still in pre-launch, and we're still looking for signups. The links are going to be in the description below. We're going for our next funding goal. We inks are done, and we should be having some finished pages this week. So it's really awesome. Jared, you excited for this?
Yeah, I backed it, and it has the approval of the self-proclaimed Lord of Comics. So there you go.
So, can I get a Commander Shepard from you, please?
All right, I'm Jared from Comics League, self-proclaimed Lord of Comics, and 2100 Samurai is my favorite comic on Indiegogo.
Ha ha! I love how I just had to all I had to do was say Commander Shepard, and you knew exactly.
Yeah, I knew exactly what you were going for.
All right. So let's get into this main topic. So Jared, there's been a lot of topic about like women in comics and like whether they can be hot, not ugly. What's your opinion on that?
I think the problem is because I get that the whole thank you, that's a good title. I understand where some people on the other side are coming from, that they want characters that also that they don't want to be held to like unrealistic beauty standards. I get that, but the problem is when you're discouraging it at all, as if like people that look like Wonder Woman don't exist.
I mean, Gal Gadot exists, so
yeah, she and arguably she is Wonder Woman, but my point is they're acting like unrealistically attractive people don't exist.
Hey, can you go get your copy of Witchblade, please?
Oh yes, of course I can. As a matter of fact.
So yeah, and see the thing that people don't realize is comics is a visual medium. All right, I'm gonna full screen you, and I want you to put that right up to the camera.
Signed by Silvestri. All 3 volumes.
And is that a Mike Turner cover?
Of course.
Yeah. Trust me. We will be talking about Mike Turner. We here at Comixwatch, we have a very big love for Mike Turner.
Same at Comics League, dude. Same at Comics League.
Yes, I guess there are some things, some universes where things are in common.
There's some convergence. It's called a canon event.
Did you say convergence?
I know I mentioned that crappy New 52 storyline. Oh god, it must be really bad for me to ding the New 52.
See, that's an entirely different stream though, so we'll talk about that sometime later. But yeah, so what do you think about like this whole debate? Like, do you think do you think people are being a little over exaggerated? Like, what do you think about when it comes to women in comics? Well, we're talking about characters, not the creators.
Here's the other thing that people are ignoring. Like, let's say you had like an overweight Amazon. They had that in a Wonder Woman comic. Here's the problem with that. So Amazons are supposed to be warriors, the most physically fit they're supposed to be essentially female Spartans from 300. That's why that doesn't work. Unless the way I see it, I'm fine with it if it doesn't contradict the lore established.
Like, I could imagine, like, let's say you have an administrator that's a little pudgy, or just not an active warrior. Also,
all of them are trained for war, Nick.
Jared, I think this is what we have. The next thing we have to talk about is we have to give respect to a certain director for how he depicted the Amazons in his movie.
Oh, you mean we have to make our usual Zack Snyder reference? Yay!
Yeah.
And it's fantastic that you brought this up because there was a great story attached to this. I don't know if I told you this, so you're getting exclusive. So when the pictures of like the Amazon like flashback costumes came out, you know, where their stomachs are exposed and they're like, it's like in the flashbacks in the history lesson scene. So Twitter came after Zach, calling him a misogynist for putting Amazon warriors in the costumes. And the actresses came out. Yeah, that. And the actresses came out and said,
look at the abs. Look at the
wait,
abs
Nick.
on these girls.
All these people are CrossFit, by the way. The actresses came out and said, no, we loved it because we could actually move around.
Also, like, it's not like, did they watch 300? Do they watch like any like barbarians?
300 like, dudes are fighting in Speedos. Hello.
Oh, they also fight in the shade, if you didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. As they're dropping some mad shade. But even with this, because remember, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I can't believe, for all Warner Brothers' talk of female empowerment, they took out the line when Steppenwolf goes, I will bathe in your fear. Show me your fear. We have no fear. Yeah.
I love that scene.
Take that out. Why would you take that out?
Yeah, it's just stupid, really.
And remember that big, awesome moment for the No Man's Land scene where Wonder Woman rushes across No Man's Land. That was almost taken out of the movie because Warner Brothers didn't want it.
They're scared. They were scared of a strong woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the muscles. Look at the muscles on these women. Like,
yeah, they're all like, because you know who they cast as Amazons. All like Olympic athletes.
Look at the veins. Like, look at that. Like seriously, dedication. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, both these women are insanely attractive. Yes.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's the thing. Like, they also cast really pretty people for Amazons.
Jared, I'm just gonna say this: either of these women look like they could bench press you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
like that that's your bonding activity is that she uses you as a barbell.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
All right, bonk, bonk, bonk. all right, that's
but yeah, because the whole idea is that the Amazons are comfortable in their own bodies and sexuality. That's kind of the thing about Amazons, besides being a warrior. That's why Wonder Woman works with Superman, and that is my Super Wonder reference for this video.
I can just see Diana. It's like, yes, Bruce, you do have a good workout routine. The problem is Superman has a better one.
All he does is he stands in the sun.
That's his workout routine, and he stands in the sun.
He's like, I'm getting jacked.
And I love how
and Diana's and Diana appears in the corner. Hell yeah, you are.
And like I could just see Clark like, come on, Clark, let's go to the gym, let's work out. And like you could like it's like that scene for I think they actually parodied that scene in one of the Reeves films where like he's like pretending to barely do it and then he just like tosses it like it's nothing.
That was in a comment. I think in like or he does it like Mr. Incredible where he's in the sun, he's bench pressing a train.
Oh dear God. But yeah, so Jared, what are some of your favorite like hot female characters in comics?
Well, number one is Wonder Woman because the thing about Wonder Woman is that, and the reason
why by the way, excluding, and by the way, well, both of us, we are excluding Screecher and Athena. All right, we are not going to be self-promoting here. Neither of us are. So. Yes, Screecher's hot. Yes, Athena's hot.
Watch. He says Tyler from 2100 Samurai. I said not Screecher and Athena. I never said the other.
God dang it! You ruined my plan.
Yeah. But
let me just exit this window. Exit this window.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Wonder Woman, and the thing about Diana is that she's the most abused character in DC, and that DC doesn't really give her a lot of attention in terms of good writing. There are occasions when she's written well, like Gail Simone, George Perez, obviously. In my mind, Brian Azzarello, but she doesn't really get a lot of good stuff. But the thing about Diana is because the thing that she is fighting for is true equality. True also gender equality, but also just equality in general. Plus, her whole thing is truth, being your true self. That's why she has the lasso of truth. That's why she works with Superman, because he's trying to like, because he's constantly like vacillating between, am I Clark or am I Superman? But she's like, no, just be whoever you want to be. And by the way,
did Mike Turner ever draw Wonder Woman?
yes, he did in the Supergirl series. You want me to pull that up?
I'm pulling some stuff up. So let me see if I got this right.
Wonder Woman, Mike Turner.
All right, here's what I got.
Yep, that's in that series. Look at that.
Yeah, like by the way, Mike Turner's Supergirl is like a stuff of legend. Like that.
Yeah, you can't like. There's it is just incredible.
So did he do the interiors for the Supergirl?
Yeah, he
series?
did.
Okay, I think it's official. I need to read Mike Turner's Supergirl.
It might be good for Comixwatch. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, that's I need.
He also did that cover for Jeff Johns' Teen Titans. That is correct. But yeah, the thing with Mike Turner,
I'm sorry. I like the way he did Starfire on that one. He had no shame.
Yeah, and in that, you really see like Wonder Woman's also a mentor, and she has that great dichotomy. It's been labeled as a contradiction that Wonder Woman is a warrior, but she's also an agent of peace. But I quote George Washington: "To prepare for peace is to prepare for war."
So basically, Parabellum. If you want peace, prepare for war.
Yeah, exactly. That was a George Washington line.
Okay, I love how this is quickly turning into a Mike Turner appreciation.
Well, he luckily for us, he drew a lot of these characters, so it actually works well for us.
So what I like about Mike Turner is the way he draws women, and no one draws women like Mike Turner, by the way, is obviously they're exaggerated, but they're not like, they still have like actually pretty good anatomy, but they are slightly exaggerated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, slightly, but it's like, again, he draws them sexy, and that's kind of important when you're dealing with superheroes. Because here's the thing, superheroes are not supposed to be realistic body standards. They're supposed to be these Olympic gods.
Like, for example, I'm sorry.
Fathom. I love Fathom. That's a really good comic.
The only thing I'm going to say is I'm sorry, the spine does not move this way.
Yeah. There are a few occasions reading his stuff where I'm like, yeah, the spine's kind of...
So one thing I'll say is a lot of artists kind of have this problem, is when they're doing a pose, you can tell they draw like the body first and the neck second, because oftentimes what you have, and by the way, my comics have this too, so like I'm like my guys are just as guilty as this. Is like the neck. I'm calling myself out as well.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding, dude.
But like, so like the neck will be kind of like off to the side a little bit, you know. I don't know. It's just something to kind of notice. Like with this one, it's like the neck is a little bit shifted to the left a little bit, like this, like you know what I'm saying? Like the spine just.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the body does not move like that. It's a great cover. This one's better. This one is better.
That one is better. So my second favorite female character, and actually it's my number 2 favorite. These are in no particular order except for Wonder Woman, who's always number 1. Sarah Pazzini, Witchblade. Because the thing I like about this is that now that I have the 3 volumes and I can like read the series and you see her character growth, she starts off, she wanted to be like, she wanted to be a cop and wanted to save people. Her partner is killed, and then she uses the Witchblade to get vengeance. It's really, really cool. By the way, there was a DC Comics crossover where Wonder Woman got the Witchblade.
Ooh.
And she almost murdered a bunch of people. Britt and I may be homaging that in the future.
By the way, I would love to do a Screecher Witchblade crossover where Avery gets the Witchblade.
Oh, that would be so cool. They didn't even... Yeah, it's kind of funny. Witchblade is one of those characters where she's had crossovers with everyone.
And you know the best part is? Like,
what?
This might actually happen one day.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of stuff with Pazzini is that, again, she's hot. But see, here's the thing that people ignore when they make the whole, oh, she's just a hot girl and stuff. So really, she's hot, but she's not like the stereotypical hot girl. She also has the brains and skill. It's not like she's just a hot valley girl.
Yeah, I think most people, they see like the costume, they're like, oh, it's TNA, and like, yeah, kind of, but who cares?
Did you know that Image brought back Witchblade for a new series that didn't last long, and they covered her from head to toe?
I wonder why.
And I'm like, you wonder why that series didn't last? Because guess what? Because honestly, here's the thing: in the '90s, Image, that's one of the selling points of these books.
You come for the boobs, you stay for the brains. Like that.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It is literally the oldest strategy. You lure them in with hot chicks, and they find out, oh wait, this hot chick, she's actually interesting. Like it's like with Playboy. You get lured in with a hot woman to be like, oh wait, this magazine has really great articles. I can't believe I just went there.
You just referenced Playboy on a comic book podcast. That's a first. So my third favorite's going to require explanation. Carol Danvers before she became Captain Marvel. Actually, you know what? Plug in Carol Danvers, Mike Turner, because he drew her as Ms. Marvel. Like, look at this. Because here's what happened. So,
I'm sorry,
Nick,
but when people talk about Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, this is
that's
the image
that pops in my mind. Nick, you're familiar with the House of M storyline, correct?
No more mutants.
Yeah. So part of that is so the Avengers wouldn't try and undo what Wanda did. She gave each of them what they always wanted. Carol, she's always wanted to be like the premier superhero. She always wanted to she always had like a self-image issue. So when this is undone, she essentially struggles with that, and she makes the effort to become a better superhero. And in other words, she starts at the bottom and works her way to the top, and you see the character grow, yes, throughout the entire Brian Reed run of Ms. Marvel, which was the best run for the character ever.
Yeah. By the way, I think we need to review this at least volume 1 of this on Comixwatch.
I have it, so I'm fine with that. I love that series.
All right.
Fourth, Black Canary. Because the thing about Black Canary is when you look at her past, she struggles with a lot of. I like female characters that face some adversity, but then but then rise above it. Because honestly, that's universally inspirational. You don't have to be a woman to get how that's inspirational.
You got to admit, Bruce Timm did this girl good.
No, she was one of the characters that he didn't destroy. So I have to bring that up. So
no, he actually did this girl good, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. In fact, I believe Longbow Hunters, I think was the storyline. She's captured by criminals and assaulted. I'm going to put it at that. But then she essentially rebounds from that and like uses that as like, I'm not going to be like defined by that one tragedy. I'm going to rise above it. Oh, God. Is that the panel where she has sex with Batman as two criminals are burning near her?
We keep our masks on. It's better that way.
Yeah, exactly. And she tastes like cigars, according to Batman.
Although, to be fair, this actually is a really good design.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. I like that. Now, my final favorite female character. And this is comic book superhero character. Because if I were going to games, I could go on for hours.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a Marvel character because I barely mentioned Marvel. I'm going to go with Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. Because again, that's a redemption story. She's in the Red Room, and particularly in the Ed Brubaker run. And Nick, at some point, I have to make a respectful suggestion that we cover at least some Ed Brubaker Captain America story. You will love it.
I mean, when the new Captain America movie comes out, we're gonna have to do something to tie it in. So
Yeah. In fact, so what happened was they retconned that she and Bucky are like linked. So what happened was, so she is actually much older than she appears. It's just she takes a little, like I believe a drug called Mirakuru that like keeps her age. It's like she was alive in the Cold War.
That's
What?
DC. That was Arrowverse.
Or she takes a drug that I think it's called the point is it's a drug that keeps her young. And so,
I like this cover.
Yeah, it's like she was active in the Cold War, and what they retcon in is that Bucky was the one who trained her back when he was just the Winter Soldier. So they run into each other when because Bucky is trying to steal Cap's shield from Shield because Cap had died at this point, and she is one of the reasons why he comes back to be Captain. Why Bucky comes back to be Captain America, and she and him are actually in a relationship, and she helps him find that redemption that he's been searching for. Plus, it's kind of funny. She's been in a relationship with Bucky, with Clint, with Matt Murdock. There's a lot of characters there.
All right, I really shouldn't say this, but girl really does get around.
Oh God, Nick.
All right,
I do not condone what Nick just said. Just want to be clear on that.
Okay.
My point is also, and here's the other thing. She's fighting alongside gods like Thor and Hulk, and she can still like go toe to toe with the worst of them.
And she has wrist tasers.
Yeah, it's so cool. So Nick, impress me. Who are your favorite female characters?
I'm gonna get the obvious one out of the way. The one that like everyone knows I would reference. First off is Starfire.
No, I would never. I didn't know you were a Starfire fan.
And so the reason I love Starfire is I love you, George Perez. Rest in peace.
I prefer the new 52 one where she's in Miami coming out of the water in a bikini.
I gotta be honest.
It should be somewhere.
I can look it up.
And remember, she also has a daughter. Remember in that book, I Am Not Starfire?
Like, okay, this is a good image. She's kind of a jerk in that run. I'm sorry.
Okay,
like,
I see.
Like her personality, she's not Starfire.
Technically she is because DC was rebooted, but okay, I see what you're saying there.
Like she looks good. She looks freaking amazing. Also, I just love.
Love that is a fantastic image. Like, wow.
But we're gonna go back.
Honestly, yeah, I could see why you like Starfire beyond the fact that she's with Nightwing, not in the current comics.
But the thing I love about her is she's got this innocence to her, this naivete that I just find endearing. But she's also a warrior. Like, she can throw down with the best of them. I do love her I think her Camu, like the Camu treated her really well. Let's be honest. Like especially like her leading the Titans into the Camu, and she was a great leader in the Camu. But like, you performed quite well, especially last. Like just like her, just the way that she got Richard flustered. I love it. I love it. Like
he's like Corey. Oh, I love where he's like talking about stuff, and then I love how like he goes, Dick, really? I don't think that's the appropriate thing for us to do in combat. He goes, I didn't mean that, Corey.
I love it how like the other one where it's like he like they're video camming and like he's like it's like she got like in these positions like she's not intending to do that, but like it's just like she's teasing him and like hey Corey, maybe we could that's a great idea, and then closes it. Like she's not intending to do it, but it's just such a blue spear situation.
By the way, situation. Yeah, I will say I love one of my favorite moments from the Camu is she's not even in this, but Nightwing is talking to her. He's on the phone and he goes, I'm sorry, Corey, I have to babysit. You're wearing what? The red? I
I love it. I just love it. It's just.
I
it's
will
so
say that the Camu had perfect banter between her and Nightwing. That was written, no matter if it was in a bad Camu movie, that was written chef's kiss.
good. So Jared, do you finally understand what? So Nightfire is my super wonder for those who aren't aware. But Jared, do you understand why that ship is important to me?
Yeah, exactly. But particularly if you're a fan of like the Teen Titans animated show, because I'm sorry, they promote that hard on that show.
But yeah, okay. So my next one is
Okay, Jean Grey, the one who doesn't stop dying.
I will say I do like Jean Grey's story, but I just gotta be honest with you. Part of it is I love the costume. Like, this costume is so beautiful. Like, this is like there are few perfectly designed costumes. This is one of them.
All right,
Just
do you prefer this or the red one?
this one,
Okay.
because like the red one is fine, but this one is just so beautiful. The
It's
colors
nice.
work so well together.
Plus, you never see green and gold together, and actually it works pretty well.
Yeah, and like the sash, it's got this like simple, classy, understated look. It just looks like like
Yeah.
I don't like to pay hundreds of dollars for comics, but like this comic is like $200-$300. I actually would pay that money for an original because I love this cover.
Can you imagine if you could have it graded and everything?
I'll probably buy it graded just to get it over and done with. Because this is a
you
key
can
issue.
mount it on a wall. I swear, Nick, that has to be a goal for you.
Yeah, I think once I get money, I probably will buy certain comics that mean a lot to me or key issues. This is definitely one of the ones I'll display on my wall.
It's like I did. It's awesome.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I do love Jean Grey's story. So I got that one.
Even though she keeps dying.
Yeah, do you remember like that one storyline I told you from Civil War where Wolverine said Jean Grey will be rolling in her grave? That is, if she stayed in it for more than 5 minutes.
Again, why I prefer Scott with Emma Frost.
And so one thing we got to touch upon is the cats in comics. When it comes to like Catwoman versus Black Cat,
didn't I say Catwoman? Oh no! You know what's kind of funny? I'm realizing characters I should have added in that list.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I prefer Black Cat to Catwoman. I actually think Felicia.
I'm the reverse.
I think Felicia is a more well-developed character, and I think her dynamic with Peter is more interesting with Bruce's because I think it's more realistic. Because Batman, by all means, Batman should not be with Catwoman. Like, he has such a black and white morality, but with Peter, he wants her to be better. It's like they play with each other, it's a cat and spider game, cat and mouse game, and like I enjoy their back and forth. Whereas Catwoman, it's like, Catwoman, please stop stealing. No, Batman, okay.
But arguably, the thing about what makes Batcat work is that they're both a product of Gotham.
Yeah, it's just they're also oh my god.
Yeah, that's a good one. And she challenges his black and white morality because it shows them, yeah, it's not always black and white. In other words, it's not like she's just stealing for fun. She's stealing because she's desperate.
Yeah, there's really not really any nuance to it. Whereas like the relationship between Peter and Felicia is a lot more nuanced. Like they have a back and forth. Like, hey, chase me, Peter, and he's like, oh my god, she's playing me. I know she's playing with me, but I'm going to do this
Batman
anyway.
Does. All right. This is the one time I'm going to say this. You ready?
Yeah.
Read Tom King's Batman. He puts more nuance into Selina.
What?
Yeah, Tom King puts more nuance into Selina.
All right, we can consider it, but like I don't know, just maybe it's because I've experienced more of Felicia and
Yeah,
Peter.
I was about to
I
say because a lot of stuff that you brought up about about Felicia, I know for as a lot of the dings that you get given to Selena, I know because I've read more of like Batman Catwoman. It's a little more complicated than that.
yeah, but I just dig like I'll like I don't think Peter should be with Felicia, but I do love their back and forth.
He was with her for a while during the Zeb Wells Paul era.
Which, by the way, Spider-Man 2018 nailed the relationship. Like basically, it sums up. It's like, I see you've learned some new tricks. I'm tired of your old ones. Like, just I love their back and
That
forth.
playfulness, that was a good one. And where she strings him along, thinking the kid is his.
But and the thing that I love about it is ultimately she does care about Peter. Like she does care about him. Like she does care about him, but she is who she is, and she's very unapologetic about who she is. But she does care about him, and I think she does love Peter. I think deep down she knows she can never be with him, but like she does love and care about him.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
In the Ultimate Comics, so she's much older than Peter in the Ultimate Comics. So she goes in to kiss him. He takes off the mask. She sees he's like a teenage kid, and then she barfs in his lap.
Fair enough. Like, hey,
because he's a kid, she can't like date a kid. That's the thing.
I think that's a fair reaction. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I saw your face in person, I'd probably puke in your lap. So.
Are you sure you'd be able to do it? Because it'd probably be old puke.
All right.
Continuing on.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of like other comic book. I mean, I do like Barbara, but like I don't know. Just I do like the way Gail Simone writes Barbara. In the Birds of Prey, I think Gail Simone. If there's anyone who can do justice to Dick Babs, I hate that ship name.
Oh my gosh, that is the worst ship name ever. You know, it's kind of funny. When I was looking it up to bring it up on stream to mess with Nick, even I was like, yeah, I can't say this on a stream. I cannot say this on a stream.
I gotta say, I do love this cover.
Yeah, because well, here's the thing: Gail Simone, it is a competent comic book writer. So
oh my god, do you see the credits? It's actually a Dixon and Greg Land.
No wonder you. Oh, Greg Land. Oh boy.
Yeah.
He did a lot of X-Men, and when I'm reading it, I'm like, because I know where because it's like when you find out like his inspiration for some stuff, I'm like,
Okay, we need to do a Greg Land stream one of these days.
That would be hilarious.
I like this cover, but like knowing that like he probably swiped.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, But anyway, to keep it more positive, but yeah, Gail Simone is like her well, obviously, I was wondering where Helena was going to show up.
I mean, I talk about her so much. I do like Huntress. I do like her story. By the way, I'm talking about the Bertinelli variation here. I like how like he's constantly kind of like an outsider in the Bat family. Like he's always on the periphery of it. Like sometimes he's accepted. I do like her in like I do like her in Hush, where she shows up and see we do need to review Hush one of these days because it's just a great book. But I do love it because she
just rolls in on the bike and it's Jim Lee drawing her. Yes. Now there's someone that knows how to draw very attractive women is Jim Lee. He really knows how to make them look attractive, but yes, Savage Land.
Yeah, like this is a classic like pinup kind of thing. But yeah, he knows how to draw it. Like he kind of comes from that same school. I guess that was like an homage kind of thing. Ooh, is it? Oh wait.
But I don't know if you noticed, but a few times they showed Rogue in X-Men 97, like in the hallucination of Gambit, where she's in the arms of Magneto. She's in the Savage Land Rogue outfit. Let's see. Look. Okay. Rogue Savage Land. There you go. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there.
All right.
One of the like episodes had her in the Savage Land thing. Not that one. It was when
I mean, she's kind of in it.
Kind of in it, but there was one where there's a hailstorm at the mansion.
Wait,
and
a hailstorm.
Yeah, you know what I mean by that. There's a hailstorm at the mansion, and yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry, but like, yeah, Rogue cosplay is kind of a like, yes. But and here's the other thing I want to talk about. So we talked about our favorite kind of women, but like, here's the thing is, I know a lot of people be like, oh, it's sexist to women, but here's kind of the thing. Like, actually, I need to bring that back up because like this is a great example. Women love sexy women too. Like, look at all this cosplay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like women, like, I'm sure the argument is, oh, they're just doing it for the male gaze or whatever. I'm sure some of them do, but a lot of these genuinely enjoy the characters. Okay.
Because they wouldn't go to that much effort to recreate the character.
Exactly. You know.
By the way, the one female character that I never see cosplays of is Lois Lane. You know why? Because she's just a generic journalist.
Like,
there you go.
Do you see why I love the costume?
Yeah. I also love it when people cosplay and put cell shading in there. I think it looks really cool.
Oh, have you seen some Borderlands cosplay where they kind of bring in like the lines? It actually looks really good.
Yeah,
another character we don't want to talk about. We didn't really talk about today is Supergirl, who is a really interesting character. I think out of all the other super characters, I think Supergirl is really the only character that's kind of stood the test of time. Because if you look at the history of Superman, God dang it, Sasha Calle deserves so much better. I'm going to say it.
That's not Sasha Calle. The other image is not Sasha Calle. Go back to the image you clicked on. That's cosplayer Liz Wonder. It's just a lot of like comic book news agencies were too lazy to verify if it was Sasha Calle.
But still, I think she was kind of
great.
She was the best. Oh, that's really good. Oh, this is kind of like more of a Reeves inspired version. But I'm sure you like this one.
Yeah, it's a Cavill suit. I love that.
But yeah, it's like,
it's not like, here's the thing. It's not like there haven't been great fit, because some people treat it like there's never been strong female characters.
Yeah, and you want to know the dirty little secret? A lot of the sexy female character fan art you see online, a lot of that was drawn by women.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure. Like I would like to show off some stuff in our friend group, but like it's out there, you know, a lot of it, and it just, people like looking at pretty things. Like if I were to kind of distill it into one thing, because we're already going on 43 minutes, we've well past gone it, but like people like looking at pretty things. That is the be all and all of it. Both man, women. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Boobs are the great unifier, okay? Men like boobs, women like boobs. We all love boobs, okay? It's like
such a good,
and it's like we like small boobs, we like big boobs.
Show.
What?
I never thought I'd hear on a comic book show, we love boobs.
So this has been Nick from the Phoenix Press, and remember, boobs are awesome. You know it, I know it. Take care, everyone.